Hello my friends, here's the scrapbook layout we'll be making today. So to begin, I have my 4x6 photo that I cut down and matted on white, and then I'm matting it again on this teal designer paper from My Mind's Eye. I have this black card designer paper that I've had in my stash, and I wanted to mute it, so I put this vellum on top, but I didn't like that contrast between my picture, so I put the vellum behind the black, and I like that much better. So here I'm just fiddling to see how much black I want to have shown behind my photo. And then I trimmed everything down, including the orange background paper, and I matted that on a white 12 by 12 cardstock. And here I was going to put my title, but I first wanted to ground my picture. So I took the little strip at the bottom, but it was too short. So I took some washi tape that was similar in pattern and color, and I put it all the way across just to kind of ground my picture. And then I'm adding this little cursive sticker from Jelly Bean Soup. It's an older one I've had probably for 2 years. And then this is a Polaroid frame from Calico, excuse me, and it was green on one side. I didn't like the green, so I'm using the white side. And I'm just trying to decide which little frame I want to use. This I used the larger one. That smaller one I'll use later. So here I'm using a scrap to fill in the Polaroid frame, but it was not wide enough to fill the whole frame. So I'm just using some more of that teal colored designer paper to make that piece of paper wide enough to fit that Polaroid frame. So now I'm using my two-way glue pen from Stampin' Up to add some glue around the edge of this Polaroid frame on the back, and then I'm going to put my designer paper behind that frame to fill the frame. And so like I said, my scrap wasn't wide enough, so I have these two little pieces on the side to give that little teal color on the vertical edges there. And then I wanted to stamp this word happy inside that frame, and I thought I was going to use multiple texts, but I decided to just use one. These are from Simon Says Stamp set called Sending Happy Thoughts, and I just used the word happy from the sentiment that said Happy Mail. I'm using Versamark ink there, and I'm going to emboss it with white. And here I was just deciding if I wanted to use silver, but I decided to go with white. And I like the contrast of that script text. And then I took a scrap of that orange background paper to fill in that little heart that was open, so that it has that orange color peeking through the heart. And this is a card from Stampin' Up, from their Project Life kit. I just cut it down a little bit because it was too tall. And then I'm adding again that teal cardstock, or I'm sorry, designer paper, to tie it all together so that each element has that teal color on it. And so I haven't glued this down yet because I'm going to add some splatters on the background. So that's why it's not glued down yet. And here's some more stickers I have from my stash from Doodlebug. Again, they're really old. And I'm just trying to decide placement here. And I like that layout. So here's a splatter for me from Calico. I'm a very clean and simple design, so adding splatters is very difficult for me because I don't like that messy look, but I do like the texture and dimension and interest it adds. So as you can see, I'm really nervous and I do very small splatters, but I do like the way it turns out. It's just a bravery test for me because I'm very hesitant to add splatters to my backgrounds. And then I wanted to add more of this blue color, so I used the ink that I mixed with water, and I'm just painting along the edge of my card element there, and I like the way that looked. And so I went a little crazy and I thought, oh, I'll do the same on this picture frame because it's white as well. But then I messed up and I slipped and I got too much ink on the white. So here I'm trying to save it. I'm just thinking, oh, maybe I'll just paint the whole thing so that it doesn't look like a mistake. But then I didn't want to paint the entire bottom where the heart was. So later you'll see I tear it out and do it all over again because I don't like it blue like that. But so now that I have the splatters, I can glue this down, and I could put that card in place as well. I'm lining up the edge with that black piece, if you can see that, so that has one straight edge there. And then I really don't like that Polaroid, so here I'm grabbing another one with the heart on it. It's a different color, but again, I'm just using the white side. So this one's yellow, and I'm just going to do the same thing and glue it back on. And I'm not going to paint the edges. So there I kind of fixed my mistake there. And then I grabbed another scrap of that orange and glued it there to cover the heart so that I have an orange heart peeking through again. So I like it much better as white, so I'm going to leave it as it is and glue that down before I mess it up again. So now again I'm adding a little bit of that washi just to look like it's holding that Polaroid in place. I'm adding these stickers. These are from the Oh Snap Simple Stories Baby Collection. And I'm just trying to see what I could use. I put that little flare up there in the upper right corner, but I don't use it. It's not glued in place. I just wanted to fill that void with something because it's kind of an odd space, but I'll fill it with something different later. So I'm just going through this little stickers and trying to see what I can use. So a little sticker of washi. And then here's another frame. This again is from a Stampin' Up! Project Life collection, their baby, I think it's their add-on collection. And I got some scrap paper here that has lines, and so I'm going to use this for my journaling. So same thing, I cut it down and then just use my two-way glue pen to glue the Polaroid frame to that. I have my date stamp here, and I'm using a marker to color it, and then I'll add my journaling later. And then I'm adding wood veneer. These are some arrows and hearts. I believe they're both from Studio Calico. And again, I'm just gluing everything down, trying to decide where I want that heart to be. And then again, I'm trying to fill this void up here, so I'm using some little heart stickers from that same sticker sheet. And I had an orange heart from some designer paper that I cut out, and it matched pretty well, so I used that there as a third element there. And then there you can see I added my journaling, and that completes this layout. So here's a few close-ups. I love adding stamped elements to my pages. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.